First, my mama, despite raising me for the most part, she always showed me that she was a woman. She never tried to be my dad. She never tried to be no man.
My mama told me I can do anything in life. My mama raised me for the most part. Uh, and he told me I can do anything possible. You know, this is who you have on YouTube making videos, triggered over a video I did on the creature that attacked the black man and white woman couple. Very interesting how people with speech impediments and possibly autism can come online on YouTube, of course, out of all places, especially black YouTube. You can't do this in white YouTube for sure. You can't do it in Hispanic YouTube. You can't do it in Asian YouTube. This is only possible in black YouTube, where you can come online and you can be this alpha male that you want to be, that you want to live like, and you can have people paying you to be a dating coach, which is sad because these bottom barrel white men don't need a dating coach to get a BW. And the fact that you think that I can't get a BW, I don't want a BW. I have no problem getting BWs. But you have people like this who make videos and promote stuff like this.
Feels the truth. What I heard in that clip was an adult male who still feels the trauma and the hurt and the pain and the crushed ego and the embarrassment from being bullied by girls throughout school. That's what I heard to the T. I'm not saying that's exactly what happened. I don't know who this dude is. I have no idea who this dude is. But when I heard that, I'm listening throughout the whole video. I'm like, yeah, okay. I can already picture who this dude is. When I look at him, he probably 5'5", 120 pounds. Growing up in school, he probably got bullied by girls, black girls in particular, growing up in school. The dudes didn't even bully him because it wasn't even worth it. It wasn't even no fun because he was probably so small and so weird and stuck out, so abnormal, didn't fit in at all. The dudes didn't even bother bullying him. It was the girls. Because girls do bully dudes in high school, in middle school, elementary school. They just very selective with who they do it to. And usually it's with guys who are like this. Weird, he talk funny. He sounds like an adult who is stuck in a 13-year-old's body. I looked them right in the eye. They didn't want that smoke. And as I'm listening, I'm kind of getting this assumption that he still relives those days every single day.
So I'm going to assume this dude was an LGBT gang member with blonde hair in his head. I mean, you look like Frank Ocean. I'm not sure why you're making these videos about being a dating coach and telling people how to be men, all this bullshit, when you're imitating a lifestyle that I already lived. I already had a full scholarship to college. I played basketball in college. You're imitating a lifestyle, you don't have a full scholarship, it's over. The only thing, like I said before, that's ahead of your time is your hairline. All right, your scholarship, those days are over. I mean, most likely you're not walking around to Michigan University playing football. But if that's going to help your fake dating coach career, move forward, so be it. But I want to bring up that I got a lot of people triggered over the past 3 months I've been on YouTube. And that's a good thing because people don't like the truth. But I'm glad that people are getting triggered because that means people are watching my videos and they're seeing the truth. And I had O'Shea Bum Jackson watch my video about the BWs, the fake white women, the BWs pretend to be white women, the creatures pretend to be white women. I had Crusty Cynthia and the Simps watching my videos. And now I have this nobody, this clown right here on the screen watching my videos. And so I decided to do a video on these dating coaches. And one thing I want to say is, I know you went to Cass Tech in Detroit, Michigan. I'm not knocking no one for going to a good school because, I went to school in the suburbs. I went to a good school. But I got to bring up that when you bring up bullying in schools and you went to Cass Tech, all this. You couldn't even walk down your street, 7 mile, 8 mile, definitely not Flint, definitely not Pontiac, without getting punched in the face. Like someone's gonna beat your ass just for walking down the street. If I seen a person walking down my street with blonde hair, looking like you, like, I wouldn't call the cops. I don't call the cops. I'll just go out there and clean out the trash. I'll just beat your ass for walking down my street because we keep our community clean out here. We gotta keep our grass mowed. We make sure our driveways are shoveled. We can't have you walking down my street. We're just going to assume that you were sheltered your entire life. Dumbass nigga probably had a curfew. We had to be home at 7 p.m. He couldn't watch TV, something like after 8 p.m. He couldn't watch TV. And this is probably what caused the delusion for him down the line, thinking he's credible to be a dating coach because he was sheltered his whole life. So he didn't really see his competition. He didn't really see too much. I mean, I'm pretty sure he said before that he was raised by his mom. That's what triggered him in my video because I brought up single moms. And he was raised by his mom. So, I mean, he didn't really have any view of the outside world because he was sheltered. That's what I'm assuming. I mean, like he said, he don't know me, I don't know him. I'm just making assumptions, because you come outside with blonde hair and looking like that, I'm just gonna assume you sheltered, especially if you're from Detroit. I mean, that's just my assumption, though. I don't know if that's true, but I do know one thing's true. When it comes to women, the woman I date wouldn't even come close to you. You will make their pussy dry. Like the woman I date, the woman I talk to, the woman I'm in relationships with. I don't date these low-tier Detroit crusties like you. We in two different brackets with the women. But the woman I date, you make their pussy dry. You're repellent. You come next to the woman I talk to, they'll walk the other way. I do know that. And that's probably another reason why you're triggered by the video. And the fact that I was told that both your parents are drug addicts. I don't know if it's true, but that would make sense to why you've been on YouTube for almost a year now and you still only got 600, 500 views, at the most 1,000 views on your videos. But I've been on YouTube for 4 months and you got about the same amount of views as I do. You're not a producer, you're a consumer. It's in your DNA. So that explains that, but that's personal. I'm not going to talk about that unless it proves my point about you dating coaches and you simps. But right now, that's not really relevant. So it makes sense why another reason you got triggered, because when you hear me talking about BWs, you think I'm talking about your situation. And that's possible. I may be talking about your situation, but I don't give a fuck if I'm talking about your situation. We gotta get the truth out. We're really out here making these dating coach videos with Jason Pope and Mike Oliver victims on their Instagram, telling people they're incels. This is what we got. And one thing I can say is that I've never had a problem getting women. Maybe you do. Maybe you did. Maybe you're having flashbacks of those days. Because one thing that I'm sure we all can agree with is women want winners. And like I said before, I've been winning since I was 12 years old. I got a full scholarship, something you never got. So I've been getting women since I was 12 years old. I never had a problem getting women. But, that's what your brain processes when someone hurts your feelings. You got to jump to conclusions that can make you feel better and help you sleep at night. So that's why I give you this work in this video. But you can't have these Jason Pope and Mike Oliver victims on your Instagram. What are you doing? What are you doing? And talking about you a dating coach and trying to give advice to these younger black boys or these black men, whoever the fuck you're trying to give advice to, because it ain't me. And, trying to talk about whatever else you talk about in your profile. I only watch 2 of your videos for research purposes, because you don't have credibility. And this is what you got on YouTube, especially black YouTube. You got people who have no credibility who talk about whatever you want. You can have rapists come out here and talk about things that they aren't qualified to talk about. You can have homeless people who are former crackheads come out here and talk about how to make money, how to support yourself. We have single moms in their mid-30s, femcells like Crusty Cynthia, come out here and talk about how to choose a man. Don't choose no black man. This is what you have on black YouTube. And now you got this clown who's probably part of the same group, the same social circle, which is probably how you found my video, who isn't qualified to be whatever he's trying to be. This is what you have on Black YouTube. You cannot make this up. This is Black YouTube. You got clowns posing in front of a van who look like they're 5'6", talking about people height. You're 5'4". You 5'4". Nigga, I'm 6 foot. You look like you 5'7". I'm positive this was the type of dude in high school who couldn't make any sports team at all. You know, he would come to basketball trials, he would airball layup. He would get cut the first day of basketball tryouts. You know, the coach didn't want him on the team. He would be the only person in the layup drill line that airballed a layup. This is the type of people that you have on YouTube. He tried to make the football team too, but you know, the coach didn't want him on the football team. So these are the type of people that you have who are dating coaches. You know, it's to the point where this clown couldn't make any sports team. He couldn't make the football team. He couldn't make the basketball team. They couldn't even make the swimming team. And we all know that Detroit doesn't have much competition to make the swimming team. And you don't even have to try out to make a football team. But he's so trash and ass that the coach didn't even want him on the football team. You know, he couldn't be a water boy either because he's too slow. And when I say slow, I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about mentally. I mean, it takes you 2 years to finish a sentence. So I can't imagine how long it takes your brain to process someone telling you to fetch some water. I mean, that's just an assumption. So you have these wasted sperm ass niggas come on YouTube trying to be a dating coach because this is what they lived their entire life. They was a bum their entire life. They was a nobody their entire life. And they couldn't make any sports team or get a scholarship, so they decided to make a YouTube account, simping for BWs, and calling everyone an incel because they were the dudes that could never get women. Or if they could get women, it was only specific to the least desired woman on the planet. And so this is what you have with clowns like this on YouTube. You know, nigga, I would come to your school, I would play schools that are majority black, private schools you went to, and get women that you have to carry books to get attention for. Like, bum-ass niggas like this would ask girls to carry their books so they get attention. That's the only way they get attention from any woman. You know, that's the only way. So I can see why it angers you to see someone like me, someone you're trying to imitate to be, because we know you're not on the Michigan roster. You know, I don't see you on the Michigan roster. You're not even a redshirt. You're not even a water boy. You can't afford tickets to get in the game, even after COVID or pre-COVID. You probably don't even have cable at your house to watch the game. So you're overall a fuck up. But, you know, with that being said, these people could be anything they want on YouTube. You know, anything they want. You know, you can be Batman, you can be Spider-Man on YouTube, you can be a dating coach, you can be a fake alpha male like this bum right here. You know, you can be whatever you want on YouTube. And this is their outlet to YouTube. And so they come on YouTube and they have all these Jason Pope victims, just like they got on the Instagram in the comments, you know, supporting them. And, you know, their head get big. So that's why I had to make this video. I had to humble this young man. I know he's bald and he looked like he's 45, but, you know, he's a young man. He's like 20-something, you know. So we had to humble this bum today because you guys got to start having people who have credibility. You guys, I mean, I don't know if you got to get certificates or something, but you got to have something. To have these clowns who get on YouTube and they're a dating coach giving advice, you got to have like a certificate they got to take or something, because if this is the best you can do, this is bad. This is real bad. But yeah, this is basically what you have with these clowns. I don't got much more to say. I'm going to end it right here. And I might do another video on this. I don't know yet. This was just an introduction. I'm out.